Gary the Bomber Bombalicki along with Danny Don Whittemore of Danny Don's Homemade Ice Cream, former record executive extraordinaire. Hello, Danny Don.
Hello, Gary. Hi.
How's it going?
Well, it's going great here. I'm just polishing my records, taking the dust off.
Let me get a good view of all this.
Getting the dust off my records.
Oh, there's a lot of records. This place.
Take a look at my belt buckle.
Hold on a second.
Oh, you can.
All right, now tell us what's going on here.
Well, let's see. Where is that? Did you work with Elvis Presley? Yes, I did. Burning Love, Elvis Presley. That's a real important one to me because the first time I ever heard it was on a little soundtrack, this big, a little tape recorder.
Okay.
His engineer, a guy by the name of Al Pachuki, really, yeah, played it for me at RCA. Al was out here for the Grammys. Al and I are just like that, as you know. Anyway, so that was Elvis Presley.
Now, what about Anne Murray?
Anne Murray's over here.
This is a good one.
I'm glad you brought that up because that's we broke that on your old hometown radio station, WIXY, Wixie 1260.
And that was one of my favorite stations, the Boss radio station of Cleveland with Chuck Dunaway.
Yeah, Chuck Dunaway?
Dunaway, yeah.
Yeah, and down
there's Snowbird.
That's the actual record. That's the Snowbird record by Anne Murray. That came from Capitol Records. This silver record, it comes from Capitol Records of Canada, proving one and all that yes, it was me that broke the record. But I could not have done it without the sales crew at Capitol Records in Cleveland. And I know it may sound hokey to some non-people, believers that is, but you can't do it without your team, and that's a powerful team. And that was Snowbird.
And they got some John Denver stuff here.
Oh, the John Denver LP.
Oh, that's
where is that? Down there. Where is John Denver?
John Denver, right there.
Right there.
Sunshine on My Shoulders.
Okay, that's from the second album, isn't it? Is that from Rocky Road? Rocky.
Well, you know what? I bought that. Here's you and John Denver right there.
Oh, that's me and John Denver and the governor and his father and his mother and two other RCA guys when John was getting the Poet Laureate of state of Colorado. 1974. That was a big deal there because it had, million seller, all gold, and that's when in the 70s John was really big.
I bought that at May Company in 1974. That 45.
Wow!
But it wasn't so. Hey, look at this, Danny Don, Jimmy Castor.
Oh, Jimmy
Troglodyte.
Yeah, that's the Troglodyte. That's a big record up there in on that station in Albuquerque. What's the call letters of that station?
KDSK.
KD.
No. K Mine Country. It's KMIN probably.
Whatever it is, that's Troglodyte. You couldn't play that on the record radio anymore today because it'd be too PC.
John Denver. David Bowie.
Oh, David Bowie. That's another one we took from nobody to somebody.
Boy, there's a whole bunch. You know what? Here's one that's really good.
Which one's that?
Charlie Pride, Kiss an Angel, Good Morning.
Oh, God, yeah, that was this big, it was a crossover record, and he was up for a Grammy with that record, and I was standing right next to him when it was announced that he didn't get the Grammy Award that day for that record, and I got to tell you, he was so cool. He never batted an eye. He didn't go, son of a, nothing.
He's groundbreaking.
He was great. Yeah, Charlie Pride was, it was the first album they put out on Charlie Pride, they being RCA Records, was not a picture of him, of course, because he was an African-American guy at that time, black guy. So they did an artist sketch of a nondescript country singer on the album. So that was Charlie Pride, and nobody knew it was a black guy singing country music.
Which is crazy, isn't it?
Well, at that time, yeah, but you have to change, public opinion, and that's what he did. He changed public opinion, showing that yes, a black guy could sing country music and be a hit star and not have any kind of problem with race.
Well, every time I hear that song, I get a smile on my face.
Oh, well, he puts a smile on your face because he says, how do you do that? And he says, well, I just kiss an angel, good morning. I'm not going to try and do that.
And then, of course, John Denver, Take Me Home, Country Road.
That was the number one. That record was number one for him. That's what made him. And then, of course, the important thing was after that, what was his follow-up record? His follow-up record was Rocky Mountain High. And that was a big record. the actual follow-up single from that album was a stiff. It only was like a mid-charter. So we were able to get the company to switch the focus to Rocky Mountain High, which was the title cut of the album, and that was a really big million seller, and then that cemented his place in the record business as a giant.
Wow.
John Denver, and then down below there, I just wanted to point these out to you because you wonder, but those are, being a great promo man, you get an award. So that
Okay,
was,
yeah.
Billboard did that. They were
Okay,
one of the few
very
companies.
nice,
They got
very
that
nice.
one there, and then that one over there, and so on. And
Well, this is very good, and there's a lot more here, but we'll save that for another time.
Yeah.
Cat Stevens
That was the
says that
last
they
record.
thank you.
Yeah, last
Oh, look at
record.
this. A&M Records and Cat Stevens thanks Don Harris Whittemore.
Yeah,
How
Yep.
about that?
that was next door to the A&M Studios right there on Sunset Boulevard, Sunset and La Brea, in those good old days, and that was the original Charlie Chaplin Studios.
Okay.
A&M bought that from the estate or whatever, and that's where it was. And that's just part of what we did.
Thank you, Dandy Don. Before we leave,
Yeah.
here's Ziggy Stardust
Oh, another one.
and David Bowie. I mean, and look, there's so many more back here that Don had to put his desk in front of all the rest of the records. So
Yeah, I'm not real humble.
forget about that. But-
Yeah.
all right,
That's
well,
great.
thank you very much. Harry Nielsen's story we can talk about later.
Where's Bonnie Tyler back?
Here, Total Eclipse of the Heart, right here.
Oh, yeah, it was over there.
She's behind the thing here. so.
Yeah, well.
All right, say bye, Danny Don.
Hey, everybody. Goodbye. Come back again. Y'all come back and see us, yeah?
Bye bye.